The old playbook is officially dead. For decades, the guiding principle was simple and seductive. Find the absolute lowest cost. Companies chased cheap labor. Companies chased inexpensive parts. They built vast, intricate networks for maximum efficiency. This race delivered lower prices for consumers and higher profits for shareholders. But this era has ended. Reality, not theory, has shattered that focus. The relentless pursuit of cheap, created fragile systems, dangerously exposed. A confluence of unprecedented risks is forcing urgent rethinking of how goods are made and moved. The illusion of a stable, predictable world has evaporated. Theoretical models that praised lean and just-in-time now seem naive, even reckless. They failed to account for trade wars, pandemics, and extreme weather that cripple hubs. Four powerful and interconnected forces are reshaping supply chains. The first is the rise of economic statecraft. Nations are weaponizing tariffs, sanctions, and export controls as instruments of power. In 2025, the U.S. imposed 145% tariffs on Chinese goods. China responded at 125%. Nearly 80% of U.S. toys come from China. Suddenly, that is a liability. The second force is climate risk. More floods, fires, droughts, and superstorms. China holds 14 of the 15 most vulnerable regions. Fashion-heavy exporters risk 65.6% by 2030. Third, a shortage of skilled talent complicates nearshoring. In Mexico, 76% of auto employers struggle to hire and retain technicians, engineers, and line staff. Finally, automation is rewriting production. Robotics up 47% in the U.S. and 26% in China since 2020. Manufacturing decouples from low wages. Proximity to innovation, energy, and digital infrastructure gains weight. Companies are scrambling to adapt their strategies. 43.8% cut costs, but with a twist. 38.5% are diversifying suppliers amid tariffs. Nearly 39% seek new vendors to avoid single points of failure. The hyper-efficient model gives way to robust, more complex networks. 70.4% see tariffs as an opportunity to support local economies and reshore. 40.7% report greater supply chain resilience. Inventory buffers are up 14%, a cushion when lanes are blocked or plants go offline. But buffers tie up capital and raise storage costs. Relocalization and regionalization could shrink global trade 18% and real GDP 5%. Tariffs may lower U.S. disposable income by 1% in 2026. Manufacturing EBIT margins face 20 to 30% pressure. A clear playbook is emerging: flexibility and robustness over pure cost. Long global chains are reconfigured into regional networks. Firms accept higher costs for shorter lead times, greater control, and insulation from distant conflicts. Redundancy becomes strategic. Dual and multi-sourcing for critical components. If one site floods, strikes, or faces a political shock, production continues. This is the insurance policy of modern supply chains. Peloton's surge met crippling delays, an over-reliance on few overseas partners. When partners could not scale or ship, there was no alternative. Customers waited, the stock fell. Third-party logistics and brokers add agility to reroute and secure capacity fast. Joint ventures and contract manufacturing spread the cost of new regional capacity and tech. The evidence is clear, and the pressure is mounting. 73% cite trade uncertainty. 72% highlight financial pressure. Lowest cost alone fails. Resilience at any cost is untenable. The win is a dynamic balance of cost management and robust adaptability. Build 6 core capabilities, now. 1. Transparency. Map all tiers. 2. Next-gen risk. Bake geopolitical, climate, and labor risk into planning. 3. Automation integrated design for flexibility and quality. 4. Climate risk scoring across hubs. 5. Strategic workforce pipelines. 6. KPIs for total value, not just cost per unit. The time for deliberation is over.